Thanks. Appreciate that.
All right. Welcome back to Cigar Fellas Cigar Lounge. I'm Rod,
I'm Amanda.
and we are back in the humidor today for another cigar. So we are going through the My Father La Promesa Toro 6x52, and again we do carry this here. So we're going to be talking a little bit about this. What are you getting out of the first light?
Honestly, it's creamy and coffee, like coffee with cream in it is what I'm getting. It is morning. So far that's what I'm getting out of it. It's got a Ecuadorian Habano Rosado Oscuro wrapper, and it's the binder and filler is Nicaraguan. So far first light, it's pretty good.
Yeah. So again, that the reason that I bring my wife into this is so that she can give you a new look, at not necessarily an old cigar, but a new look, because she's never done this before other than one other time, and the flavors that she gets, I love hearing her new way of looking at things. So like the coffee and the cream, and when you think twice about it, doing this for a long time, you think twice about this. It's exactly a nice new way of looking at things, and I like that. So thanks for doing that. But personally, me, right off the get go, I get a white pepper in the back of my palate.
Hasn't attacked my tongue yet, and that's kind of what
Well,
tells
that's your
me.
black pepper.
Well, I mean, that's what tells me that there's pepper in there. Is it attacks?
Right on. And then it is really creamy. I like the My Father line. I don't think I've ever smoked a bad My Father. So
No. Yeah, they're all pretty good.
yeah. So we're gonna go through and smoke a little bit about this. Smoke a little bit about this, right? We're gonna go smoke a little bit of this, and then we'll come back and tell you what we're getting.
Well, if you guys are ready, get going.
All right. So we're about 15 or 20 minutes into this, and the ash is holding on quite well. And so personally, I am still getting a lot of heavy cream, but we were talking about it sitting over there, and go ahead and tell them what you're getting out of there.
So as I draw it in, I get that rush of that pepper or whatever attacks the back of my tongue. But as I let it sit there and swirl, it reminds me of like bold black coffee with just a hint of cream. And so that's what I'm getting. And when I paired it with some coffee, it accentuated all of those flavors.
So let me tell you a little backstory. We're both drinking coffee this morning, even though we have had breakfast this week.
Oh, yes.
And
He fed me today.
yes, I did. And the blend that I make for our house is a deep, rich, like heavy blend, and then we also add like a Dunkin' Donuts on the
French vanilla.
yeah, the
Dunkin'
French vanilla
Donuts.
Dunkin' Donuts, and we blend those two together. So that with a little bit of cream, and this tastes just like it. So it's like really bold. It's got a heavy coffee taste, just like she was talking about. So after she starts telling me these flavors, I'm like, now I see where you're picking that up, because for somebody that's been smoking, we would say, like a deep pepper, or maybe a leather and an oak taste. But
And I go, what's leather taste
she's like,
like?
I've never tasted leather. I don't know what that is. But so I absolutely, and that's why I love having her on here, because she gives a different aspect of looking at a cigar.
Who eats leather?
Right.
To know what leather tastes like, or oak. I'm going to go out and bite a tree so I know what it tastes
it's
like.
the smell of the oak, or it's the smell of the leather, and that's the
Oh.
taste that you get. So that's where we get that from. Or like a really spicy, like when you're cooking and it's really spicy, that's that burn you get in the back of your nostrils when you're cooking that heavy spice.
Okay.
That's what you're getting. So
If you say so.
right, and there you go. That's why we have rookie reviews, right? So. We're going to smoke a little bit more about this, and then we'll come back and talk to you some more, but stay tuned.
Fantastic.
I like it.
That's fantastic.
I lost my ash. I'm so
lost my hatch.
So about 20 minutes more into the cigar, I honestly, I'm getting like I'm still getting the cream. I'm getting a little bit of the white pepper on the backside. As we were sitting down talking, I go, I'm getting a little bit of like a spice, and she go and explain what you just told me
Which one? Because the
about the nuts.
oh, like well, I'm not.
Okay, I want to
getting
explain.
spice.
I'm allergic to nuts, so I don't eat any kind of nuts at all. So
Yeah, so I'm
explain.
like, you're not gonna get this flavor because you can't eat it. But I get like a cashew, and cashews are buttery, that buttery nut flavor, and so that's what I'm getting. I'm not getting that pepper taste, that rush that I was getting
That's good.
before. It's very buttery, like it just kind of rolls on the tongue.
Yeah, I'm getting. I definitely see where she's coming from on that. You get that real smooth taste on the back of your palate, that buttery taste. Of course, I don't get the nutty. I know you and Phil get that because you guys know what nuts taste like. I haven't had nuts since I was like a young kid. I became allergic when I was probably 12 or 13. So. So you and Phil like nuts, right?
I'm
I got that.
losing it.
But
Keep it clean. Keep it clean.
right. So we'll come back in a couple of minutes and do our final on this. So the final on this cigar, I personally am getting a lot of the leather and cedar notes. They come out pretty heavy. I know you're giving me that look, but they're coming out pretty heavy to me. It's still really creamy, but what you were explaining earlier, explain that to them.
Okay, so as you know, you look up the profile on what this cigar is, and it'll tell you pepper, some leather, some oak, some cream, and I'm like, well, how do you get that? So now in this part, that buttery feel on my tongue as I draw it in. But so trying to get this flavor, the oak, it reminds me, and I can see now why they call it oak, is when you pull that little twig off of an oak tree that has the leaves and the acorns attached to it, and you like smash it, and that smell that you get from it, I can see where now it's like that oak, because I get that woodsy, that's the best way I can describe it, is smelling the leaf and the acorn and the twig and putting that together for that.
Yeah, it's the same thing with the leather. Like fresh leather. If you like to sharpen a knife on a leather. Or you go into a barber shop, and when they're sharpening the knife on the leather, you smell that leather that leather smell, and then when you put that to a taste, that's where you get the leather or the cedar or any of those other tastes. That's where you're getting that from.
I will have to definitely do that so I can understand what that is, because it's not front in my memory
Right.
of what that would smell like.
And that's normal, and that's why as you pick out different tastes in your mouth and you try to work that out in your brain, that's where those come from.
And when you're talking about taste and you're using the smells, yes, your olfactory helps you taste things. So that's where I have to go in my memory, is like, okay, so I remember smelling this, okay, so I can put a flavor to it, kind of, sort of.
Exactly. So again, we're doing the My Father La Promesa. This is the Toro size, the 6x52. And we do carry those here at Cigar Fellas Cigar Lounge, and it's 1086 North Irish Road in Davison, Michigan. And please come out and see us. We do have our new sign up this week. So
yes, that was
very
exciting to get that up.
Please come out and see us, and I appreciate you guys stopping by. I'm Rod.
I'm Amanda.
Thanks again for stopping by Cigar Fellas Cigar Lounge.